The midnight call. At 12:17 a.m., my phone started vibrating on the nightstand. I almost ignored it. Then I saw the name. Noah, my wife's ex. I hadn't spoken to him in 3 years. I answered. His voice was low. "Daniel, you need to listen to me." I sat up. "What happened?" There was a long silence. Then he said, "Your wife never told you the truth about us." My heart sank. I looked across the room at my wife, Emily. She was asleep, or at least I thought she was. "What truth?" I asked. Noah took a breath. "I'm not calling to get her back." "Then why are you calling me?" "Because tomorrow morning, you're going to find out something that will change your marriage." I switched on the lamp. "What are you talking about?" He didn't answer. Instead, he said, "Check your wife's phone." I looked at Emily. Her phone was lying face down beside her. I reached for it. Then Noah suddenly said, "Wait." I stopped. "Don't wake her." "Why?" "Because if she knows I called you, she'll destroy the evidence." My stomach tightened. "What evidence?" Noah's voice became almost a whisper. "The photo I'm about to send you." A second later, my phone buzzed. One image, I opened it, and everything inside me went cold. It was a photograph of Emily, but she wasn't alone. She was standing beside Noah outside a hotel. The timestamp was from 6 months ago. I stared at the screen, then I noticed something in the background. A black SUV. I recognized that vehicle. It belonged to my older brother, Michael. I looked across the room at my sleeping wife. Then Noah said, "Daniel." His voice shook. "That's not even the worst part of the photo." I zoomed in, and behind Emily and Noah, someone was standing in the hotel doorway. I couldn't see his face, but I recognized the watch on his wrist. It was the watch I had given my brother on his wedding day. I looked at Noah. "What did you get me into?" He answered quietly, "The question isn't what I got you into. The question is, why was your brother there?" The second photo. I zoomed in on the photograph again. "Why was my brother there?" Noah didn't answer. "Daniel, there's something you need to understand before you confront Emily." "What?" "That photograph wasn't taken 6 months ago." I frowned. "The timestamp says 6 months." "I know what it says." "Then what are you talking about?" Noah took a breath. "The original photograph was taken 2 days before that." I stared at the screen. "Who changed the timestamp?" "I don't know." "Then how do you know?" "Because I have the original." My phone buzzed again. Another photo. I opened it. Same hotel, same hallway. But this time, Emily was walking toward the elevator, and Michael was standing beside her. There was something in his hand, a small brown envelope. I looked at the picture for several seconds. Then I noticed the name printed across it. Daniel Harper. My name. Why would my brother have an envelope with my name on it? Noah's voice became quieter. "Because he was supposed to give it to you." "Supposed to?" "He never did." I got out of bed. "What was inside?" "I don't know." "You expect me to believe that?" "I wasn't there when they opened it." I looked at Emily again. She hadn't moved. Her breathing was slow, but something about her suddenly felt different. For years, I'd trusted her completely. Now, I was standing in our bedroom at 12:30 in the morning, holding proof that she had met her ex behind my back. And somehow, my brother was involved too. I walked downstairs. Noah stayed on the phone. "Daniel, don't call Emily yet." "Why?" "Because you need to find the envelope first." I stopped halfway down the stairs. "Where?" "Your house." I looked around. "You're saying it's here?" "Yes." "How do you know?" "Because Emily told me where she hid it." My grip tightened around the phone. "Where?" Noah hesitated. Then he said, "Inside something you would never suspect." I searched the living room. Nothing. The office. Nothing. The kitchen. Nothing. Then I remembered something. Emily had a habit of keeping old photographs inside a wooden box my father had given me. I opened it. Old family pictures, receipts, letters, and underneath everything, a brown envelope. My hands went cold. I pulled it out. My name was written across the front, exactly like the envelope in the photograph. I looked at Noah. "I found it." He went silent. "What's inside?" I opened the envelope. There was only one sheet of paper. I read the first line. Then I had to sit down, because it wasn't a love letter. It wasn't a divorce document. It was a bank transfer authorization. And the account receiving the money, belonged to my brother. I whispered. Emily was sending Michael money. Noah immediately corrected me. No. I looked at the paper again. Then what is this? His answer made my blood run cold. Daniel, Emily wasn't sending him the money. She was trying to stop him from taking yours. The truth behind the envelope. I looked at the authorization again. Then explain it. Noah was quiet for a moment. Emily discovered something about Michael. What? He had been moving money from your company. I felt my chest tighten. How much? Enough to put the business in serious trouble. I stared at the document. Why didn't Emily tell me? Because Michael threatened her. With what? With you. I didn't understand. Noah continued. He told Emily that if she exposed him, he'd make it look like she was stealing from you. I looked toward the staircase. Emily was still upstairs. And you? I found out later. Then why did you meet her at that hotel? Because she asked me to help. I almost laughed. You expect me to believe that my wife's secret meetings with her ex were innocent? No. His answer surprised me. I expect you to be angry. Then why should I trust you? You shouldn't. Silence. Then Noah said, but you should look at the second page. I turned the paper over. There was a handwritten note. Emily's handwriting. Daniel, if you ever find this, I'm sorry. My hand started shaking. I read the next line. I couldn't tell you because Michael was watching everything. Then the final sentence. The person you think betrayed you is the person who has been protecting you. I stared at it. Emily, my wife. The woman I'd spent the entire night suspecting. She had been trying to protect me, but there was still something I couldn't understand. Why involve Noah? Why meet him secretly? Why let me believe she was cheating? Noah answered before I asked. Emily needed Michael to believe she was leaving you, so he would lower his guard. Exactly. And the hotel? Wasn't a romantic meeting. What was it? Noah hesitated. A trap. I looked at the photograph again. Emily, Noah, Michael, the envelope, everything suddenly connected. But one question remained. What happened to the original evidence? Noah's voice changed. I still have it. Where? Safe. Send it. I can't. Why? Because if I send it electronically, Michael will know. I clenched my jaw. Then tell me where you are. Another silence. Then Noah whispered, I'm outside your house. I froze. What? I've been sitting across the street for 20 minutes. I walked toward the window. I pulled the curtain back. A dark car was parked under the streetlight. Noah stepped out. And just as I recognized him, another vehicle slowly turned onto our street. Black SUV, the same one from the photograph. My brother was coming, and he was heading straight toward our house. The truth I never expected. The black SUV stopped in front of my house. Michael stepped out. He looked toward the window. For a second, our eyes met. Then he smiled. That smile told me everything. I turned to Noah. Stay here. I opened the front door. Michael walked toward me. Daniel, why are you awake? I held up the envelope. His expression changed. What is that? You tell me. He looked at it, then at Noah, and suddenly, his calm disappeared. You brought him here? I said nothing. Michael stepped closer. You don't understand what you're doing. No, I replied. I understand perfectly. He reached for the envelope. I pulled it away. You've been taking money from my company. His face went pale. I can explain. I'm sure you can. Then Emily came downstairs. She saw Michael, then Noah, then the envelope in my hand. Her eyes filled with tears. Daniel, I looked at her. You should have told me. I was trying to protect you. You made me think you were betraying me. I know. Her voice broke. I thought if Michael believed you didn't trust me anymore, he'd stop watching you. Michael suddenly shouted, Enough! He turned toward Emily. You were supposed to destroy that. Emily stepped behind me. I couldn't. Michael looked at me. You think this proves anything? Noah stepped forward. It proves enough. He pulled out his phone. The original recording is here. Michael froze. Noah pressed play. Michael's own voice filled the room. Once Daniel loses control of the company, everything comes to me. Silence. Michael closed his eyes. The game was over. A month later, the investigation confirmed what Emily had suspected. Michael had been secretly moving company funds for almost a year. The money was recovered. The business survived, but my marriage didn't return to normal overnight. Emily and I sat together one evening in the same room where everything had almost fallen apart. She looked at me. "I know you may never trust me the way you did before." I took her hand. "I don't want the old trust." She looked confused. "I want something better." "Something better?" "Trust where we don't have to hide things from each other to protect each other." She started crying. Then she nodded. Noah eventually disappeared from our lives, not because he was a threat, because his part in the story was finally over. And that photograph? I kept it, not as proof of betrayal, but as a reminder, because that night I thought my wife's ex had called me to expose my wife. Instead, he called me to expose the man I had trusted all my life. And the truth my wife never told me wasn't that she had betrayed me. It was that she had been fighting a battle beside me, while I was busy thinking she was my enemy. If you stayed until the end, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more emotional marriage and family stories.